Hey people, I'm just laying in bed. I stumbled into this video. Bros, if you watch this video to the end, you will never step your foot in any church in Nigeria. I'm telling you the gospel truth. If you see what this man said, an ex-pastor of Dunamis Church, this is a church in Abuja, you will get muffled. You will say, I have no business with any church in Nigeria. What is going on in Nigeria churches? That is in many of the churches. If you hear what is going on, brother, you will never step your foot in any church in Nigeria. Many things are happening. Just take your time to watch this guy, this ex-pastor, explain what he went through, the pastors that died, the pastors that died, many things happen. Just, I don't want to make this to be too long. Watch the video and let me have your thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Okay, walk now. Say, that my stick I brought, can I have it back?
Right.
I have seen. Now, as a pastor, and with due respect to him, because I don't know, there's a case I don't know whether it's even him that is suing me, so, but I will say it, maybe by Tuesday, maybe you guys will not see me again, but no problem. Let me no, that's
we'll be here to speak for you.
I have been there for, this is like the 5th time, DSSFCID, I've been to prison. And this guy has not left me alone. I don't know why. But this one now, and I'm out for him. It's either he leave me alone or I leave him alone. Somebody has to leave the other person. So what am I trying to say? So when you see stuff like that, at the end of the service, I remember one particular one, he or she came with an inhaler. And say, the asthma is gone. The asthma is gone. And after the service, he's choking. And take. And if you watch, sometimes it's okay, take it as your souvenir. Take it so that you show people, because you know that this thing is not real. I remember my son. My son had, they claimed my son had a medical issue. And that's why the major victims are women. Major victims.
Because women are emotional.
Very emotional. And especially when you have this kind of woman that is very clear, things that I can talk. And the women, they love daddy kind of thing. Daddy. So sometimes also people want, the way they have placed daddy, people want daddy to pray for them. So they can claim what has not happened just because they think that if I claim it and daddy will say, bring that person out, bring that testimony out. So they will think that daddy will use the opportunity to pray for them.
Okay, so they have not received the testimony.
They have not received the testimony.
But they are trying to claim it by testifying.
You got that gist. So someone can say, I came here. All they want is so that daddy, because to them, daddy has some power. And if I remain, because daddy wouldn't want you to come testify when you are not healed. So you have to claim you are healed so that daddy can lay his hand and use you, and camera will capture you for the whole world to see, and you are trending. You are trending. I remember there was a video that was posted by a man that claimed to be a soldier. I think we criticized that video and they pull it down, and I'm still challenging them if they can still bring forth that video. The man claimed that they shot him and he didn't enter, and later it was find out that it was cigar light he used to. even Dr. Paul and himself felt scammed. No, I'm not joking. He felt scammed. Like I remember they were giving the guy accommodation. They were, let me tell you. Can I shock you now? There was this guy.
Cigar light.
You don't understand. People, they hustle. Guys are hustling. I remember this guy. Then we had the area one. This guy was a scammer, but things were falling apart for him, and he needed the platform to resurface, to survive. So he came to testify. You see, in the dream of the night, the face of daddy appeared, and I am a changed person. And you see, emotions, when it happened like that, everybody like, ooh, and this person have no place to go again. It's only me and God now. So church will say, daddy say, you make sure this guy has accommodation, make sure you take care of this guy. And I remember this guy pretended like that. Nothing happened. He started dating because I was in charge of production and marketing. I was supervising them. One of the young lady that was in charge of Seeds of Destiny, this guy started dating this girl.
Oh, you people even have marketing department.
You sell product. The messages is preaches, and they are not free. You pay for them. So the girl that was in charge of Seeds of Destiny now this guy started dating this girl because the guy noticed that is where the money lies. So before you know, this girl will be giving this guy money, 100, 200, 300,000. That was how this guy left. Oh, when this guy left, it shocked Dr. Paul. Because people, and that's one thing I tell people, when you build, I have great respect for him, but you see, whatever you are building will be tried, will be subjected.
That is
and that's what we are doing. I don't have any personal issue. My major crack started when pastors started having, other pastors felt I was too close to him because I was really close. I could go to his house. I'm in your studio now. I can enter his house and he can be preaching and he will be calling me Abraham. So other person like, you just came, you are not too old here.
Why give you preferential treatment?
And that's why when people say you were frustrated, I laugh. If I wanted anything, and I'm saying this authoritatively, if I wanted anything, they give me. So it's not all about frustration. Now, if I wanted, all I need to say, Daddy or Mommy, I need money. The family responsibility is high. I need money. They may not give pastors. Other pastors, they'll give to me.
But when you were a pastor, before your transfer to Caro branch, were you being paid salary?
Yes. We pay salary. We pay salary. Monthly salary. Yeah, we pay monthly salary. But you know how that works. The monthly salary, if you're not careful, at the end of the month, you have more months than more money. At the end of the month, you have more months than more money.
How much were you being paid then?
I think if I'm not, it's classified by averagely. There was a time you have to literally protest for a review, but I think at one point it was around 70,000 monthly.
As a family man.
What are you telling me? As a family man, and others will still paying less.
And out of this 70,
the work of God.
Out of this 70,000, you still need to pay tithe.
You pay tithe. At one point, I think there was a threat to even take it from source.
Do you think that because of this low income of the junior pastors, the low salary, do you think that they oftentimes try to make money by either stealing from the offering, tithe, or going behind his back to extort money from other members?
Absolutely. I knew pastors. I knew folks that had to. I remember one time one of my friends called me and he said, "Oh, there's a new formula." I'm like, what formula? He's my colleague, pastor.
Yeah.
He said, you didn't know that this other pastor, he pays his tithe directly to Dr. Paul? I said, oh, directly? We as pastors, you pay your tithe, drop it in the offering, indicate tithe, and he separated. He said, no, this pastor takes his tithe and he wrote scriptures that validate it. Pay your tithe to the priest. So he pays his tithe to Dr. Paul directly. So number one, Dr. Paul prays for him directly. What he does now is compel all his staff to pay tithe to him. Yeah, because if I'm paying to the priest, I'm the priest. Strategy. Yeah, all his staff, you have to pay tithe to me because I pay to him. From what you pay to me, I pay to him. So when he told me that, he said, oh, that's a new one now. So
this person you're talking about is a pastor.
He's a pastor.
So he pays his tithe
directly to Dr. Paul.
And then he tells those who are under him.
Yeah, to pay to him. Because he pays to Dr. Paul.
And these are pastors under Enenche.
Yes.
In Dunamis.
Because we have location pastors. As in location pastors, you have staff, maybe you have accountant, you have other staff under you. You can even have, if you are like a regional pastor, you have other junior pastors under you. So they pay tithe to you because you have compelled them. And this guy, he said, if somebody bring money now and see me, maybe I'm in the office and say, Pastor, Daddy, this is my tithe. So, but that money, they go offering again and my own. So when I heard that, like, wow, this is not a policy that we practice, but this is a way people want to survive. Recently, I wrote about a pastor that I remember 2 years ago or so, one of their land, the pastor formed as an agent and because do you know most pastors can't pay even basic school fees for their children? I'm not joking. Pastors there, and I dare him. And one time when some pastors were, I feel for them. I was in the system. I feel for them
because there is money, but yet they are very poor. The only person that is getting enriched
is GO.
Is the GO.
Is GO. One day I used my car to do both. So one day I was in your estate. That was when I was in the estate, and I was driving and I saw one of my colleagues. Then they had their convention. He was tricking, and I was like, wow, on suit under the sun, tricking. I remember when I left, and I said, okay, what will now make me envy this young man now? He didn't see me, but I saw him.
Do you think that this is the reason why most pastors often refuse to perpetually submit to a bigger man of God? They run off to start their own ministry.
Absolutely, it's business, and if I can do it on my own and make more money, why not? There's this young man, you see, and one time I told them, the problem you have with Dr. Paul is not anything but sharing formula. Because you left him and you are preaching the same thing. So why were you not there? Why didn't you remain there? I remember one of these guy, and he's in Enugu. He was pastoring in Enugu, and the next thing he wanted to leave, and I knew him because this guy he lost money, and he even got in touch with one of these scam stuff where they give people money. They were coming after them, and EFCC, I think one time, or police invited him due to the money thing. And you ask yourself, okay, you are here and you left. And now you are not preaching a different message. Like maybe you are talking like the pattern of Abel Damina. You are talking the same thing. Your topic, your team, almost the same. So why were you not there? Sharing formula.
Now that you've made mention of Abel Damina,
yes,
I want you to tell me, since you've been a pastor under a nation, and I'm sure you must have met Abel Damina.
Yes, I have.
Tell us, what exactly do you think is the problem between Enenche and Damina?
Let me drink water.
Tell us. We want to know.
You know, I tell people, at least I know both characters, but I'm deeper more with Paul Enenche because I have served him.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest with you, whatever Abel said in terms of
it is too hot. I need to be drinking water.
To be honest with you, I've met Dr. Abel. I heard his side of the story. I met him at Ibano Hotel, and he was sharing with me, of course, his impact. Even then, Dr. Paul Enenche have not disclaimed, but he was telling me, oh, this is what. And as a pastor, you know, when you are there, you know how your GO started, even though he may not say it openly.
Yeah.
And of course, it was very clear that Abel played a major role for the kickoff of the church. And one time, while Dr. Paul Enenche, the problem with Dr. Paul Enenche, for him or to him, he has arrived so massive that to accept Abel as someone that brought him from that level to where he is like you are belittling him. It's just like you're a big man now, and your father has one leg, and you have friends around, and
this was why he adopted Bishop Oyedepo.
Yeah, he has to be.
He needed someone above him, not below. Not supposedly,
because Damina is a big guy.
Yes, of course.
Abel is not a loud monetary guy. He's a big guy.
He is. We know him.
I know him. At one point, he was even trying to know his investments. I know him, but he's not loud.
Yeah.
You know, Redibo is loud. Redibo is loud, and so Dr. Paul needed that kind of platform. So, and of course, people do things that work for them. You know, access. You need access. When you said, my father in the Lord is Dr. Paul, David Oyedepo, when you hear that, this is David Oyedepo, the owner of this. Oh, come on, access. So, for me, that was really obvious that Abel Damina, even at one point, some videos were posted. And of course, they had to try to debunk. The problem is that your past, you can never rewrite your past. Don't distort it Just leave it the way it is. If you have a poor father, it doesn't make you, and now you are rich. That is in quote. Abel is not broke or poor, but Abel, his style of message. I remember we have hosted Abel before. We have hosted Abel before, and Abel have preached for him, and so for me, for him to say that, I was disappointed. When I heard that thing going up and down, I said no, sir, you can do better.
Was it disrespect to Abel?
I mean, come on, no matter if your father is broke or your father is short or tall, is your father. You can't change who your father is. You can't change who your father is. All you need to do is to see how you can improve and do better. If you have the concept of adopting a father, for me, it doesn't work anywhere.
So tell me, when you left, did you leave the church
Yeah.
and the Christendom because of these frustrations, because you were paid so poorly, because of these staged and fake miracles, or